Hey everyone, my name is Carlo and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be making a clicking app. So this is going to be a full video, so it's going to be long. So if you guys really don't want to watch the whole video, so get off my video. There you go. And that's it. That's pretty much it. You click run, and then you just go ahead and click, and then you'll see lots of ones. 1, 22, 23, 24, or I should add, or to make it more simpler, then put in the comments below. I would love to see that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Okay, so from the video that you've just seen, which is the clicking app that I created, which was a short video, you probably may have noticed that, well, it looking at it when I made it, it looks like I didn't even talk about anything on it. I pretty much just did some basic code that you can probably do even without a video. Well, oops. Well, but it's time for myself to, it's time for me to redeem myself. So, let's make a clicking game, but let's add a little more features. I'll also link this into the description in case you want to try it out. Well, anyways, my name's Carlo, and let's get started. Okay, so we need to first rename it. So we'll just do clicking game, new version. Okay, there you go. Alright, so we're going to be first working on the front page. So if you've noticed the app, I actually unlisted the video, I believe so, because it pretty much doesn't really tell you anything. From my other tutorials, you can tell that I've added more dialogue and more information on my other videos, but this one seems a little more quick, which can also explain why there's a ton of dislikes on it. And I don't blame them. I could tell also I could have worked on it. Okay, but anyways, let's make it more better. Let's add some more features on it. Alright, so first of all, oh, one more thing. You may want to check out the other tutorials on how to use the data browser and how to use the design toolbox. Might help. Alright, so we can go ahead and change the theme to classic. There are other themes, but I prefer classic. Alright, so first I always like to put what version of the app it is. And I always like to put like beta or stable. That is just my preference, because when you are using the app, or let's say someone is using it, this is always live. You can't pause, or you can't like pause people from viewing the app as soon as you share the link. So if you add something like this, it will help users know that that is the current version they're in. And let's say you do start like a social media, and you basically say updates about the app. You can say like, oh, the new app is on version 1.0.3. So people can just refresh their browser. Makes it a little simple. But yeah. So we went ahead and added that. I always like to add a copyright also. I prefer on font size 10, but it totally depends on you. So we can do all copyrights reserved 2020. The K-Tech App Development Company. There you go. And I just put it a little down. One more thing. This is mostly just a refresher video, but I always like to put the label on all the way to the end. Reason being is that if you were to do it, let's say like this, some phones or devices may display your app differently. So even though it looks like this on your computer, it could turn out like that. It could be all like scrunched up. So it's better to have it expanded. That way devices can display it sort of by like their own setting, or we're basically preparing it for other devices. So no text can get scrunched up, or it will display like you would be seeing it right now. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and just get an image from here. Choose, find good logo. Let's do the play button. Okay, so since we have that all set up, let's go ahead and change the font family. There's a ton of fonts that you can choose from, but I prefer doing, where is it? Is it Comic? I think it was Comic actually. I prefer doing Comic usually. So we can go ahead and do the clicking game. There we go. Okay, so the background color, of course you can choose it like a certain color that you would like. But let's go ahead and find a background online. Alright, so a good background that I do prefer is color gradients. Now there's a good website called w3schools.com. They do provide somewhat of like a not somewhat, but they do provide like a gradient background that you can choose from, and how it would be, how the background would look like. So let's go ahead and choose what background you would like. For me, maybe something like this, or yeah, like this. Alright, so as soon as you chose what type of gradient background you would like, and you have click which option that you would like to do, you can go ahead and go to snipping tool, go ahead and click new, and go ahead and just do the background. Don't do like, well, you can actually go from corner to corner, but make sure you don't get any white or gray spaces, and go ahead and save that. Okay, so as soon you have named the file and you saved it to either your desktop, your documents folder, or any type of folder, you're going to go ahead and click image and choose, and you can go ahead and click upload file. Now I already uploaded the file, and it's this one. So as soon you named it, go ahead and click choose, and there you go, you have a gradient background. Now of course it tries to size it, and it tries to size it so it can fit into like an app display, but it looks perfectly fine. If you want to edit it, you're going to have to make some edits either in Paint, or you're gonna have to do the snipping tool again. But for the most part, you should be fine. You should at least see the gradient. Alright, so we can go ahead and we need to make it a little easier for the reader to read some of the text. So we can go ahead and actually make some of them white. Let's make that, oop, not like that. Okay, there we go. And we'll make the logo a little easier, or not easier, a little color changes. Let's make sure it's actually a little centered. I prefer to use a button for this instead of trying to calculate using the X and Y position on centering it. Using a button is a little better since it already gives you sort of like a placeholder to try to center, let's say, an image or a text. Okay. Let's go ahead and make it well, I don't want to make it like YouTube. Let's make it green. Alright, so there we go. We have the clicking game. Okay. So now we can go ahead and put in, let's do, let's go ahead and put a button right here. And let's just put let's get started. And we actually do have to center this one. Okay, let's go ahead and put a font family. Times is good. And let's make it a little bigger and change the background color to something different other than green. And let's actually make the border width a little, or actually not border width, border radius. Okay, so since we got that all set up, sort of looks like a professional app in some way. Actually, I'd prefer if we duplicate this page. Alright, clicking game, let's take this out, let's change this to a different color, and let's do that, and make the text color for this black. And we'll take this out, and we'll change the ID to clicking game. Alright, so of course we have this. I'm just gonna move this a little. Alright, and we can go ahead and put in the center clicks. And we can go ahead and let's go ahead and put a 0. As always with a clicking game like this, you will need to have some sort of number, so it can tell the code that this number displayed plus 1 or plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and so on. And right now it's just a 0. So 0 plus 1 equals 1, 1 plus 1 equals 2, so on. Yeah, we just need to have like some sort of number in there. Alright, so actually we can, actually no, we'll keep it like that. Okay, and we'll just do the clicker. And okay, so let's go ahead and add a little bit of more features. We can go ahead and put a button right here, and we can go ahead and change that color. And we'll put shop. Let's go ahead and make it sort of like light blue. Alright, in the shop screen, it will have right here in the bottom, you have or your points are, and we can go ahead and go here and go to the right and then type in 0 and number of points. Go ahead and put go back to go back to the regular page. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and just do like a standardized buttons here. Okay. Alright, so we can do welcome to the clicking game shop. Go to the left, oop, that's the right, the left, and we can go ahead and put in like a times font family. We can go ahead and also make the border radius a little more like that. There we go. And we can go ahead and add, let's say, the clicker advantage in advantage points. And we can do 100 points, which is a lot. Okay, right here we can do clicker pro executive points. That's 200 points. Oh, wait a minute. What exactly are they getting? Alright, so 100 points gets you to do, what does 100 points get you? 1 point per second. Yeah. 200 points gets you 2 points per second. And then 300 points gets you to 3 points per second. Okay, so we have a shop screen, we have a front page, and we have a clicking game screen. So now we can go ahead and make a save. Yeah, okay. So, save/load is what I meant to put. Okay. So on a new screen, we can go ahead and do save load screen. And we're going to add a little more than just save and load. We are going to go ahead and go here and put go back. And we're going to go ahead and do to save your game, actually, not that. We're gonna go ahead and put a button right here. So we can go ahead and do save. And we'll go put a border radius of 10. And we'll change the color to blue or yellow. And let's put save game actually and make the font a little smaller. Alright, so of course with every save load screen, you need to add sort of like a separate company. You don't have to do this, but you know. We can go ahead and put this person. I love putting companies like these. Makes it look a little professional, sort of. Alright, and then we can put internal savings, saving storage, or actually do powered by internal saving, or save protect LLC. That seems perfect. Make it the text color a little white, and we'll make this green. Alright, so of course it's not, of course there's not a company, Save Protect LLC. It just makes it a little professional. Of course you shouldn't really do this on apps that you're trying to professionally make, but well, this is just a test app. Alright, so we can go ahead and do save game. And then we'll put right here, click here to save your game. Yep, and put it centered. And we can go ahead and put your registered ID is going, and we'll just put ID. Okay, and an ID number, or actually to load your game, please enter your ID. Alright, and then we can go ahead and put a button right here, and then put a border radius, and then put load. Center that. ID number. And then we'll go ahead and put right here a status text box. So it will say whether or not it worked or there's an error. Okay. And we'll make this the color white. Okay. So we have the save load screen, front page, and clicking game screen. Actually, in the shop screen, we're gonna put right here if you scored the highest points, click here. If you scored the highest points, actually, yeah. Here on the front page, we're going to go ahead and put right here as a text box, score, the highest score is right here, and we can put high score. And we'll actually put by, and then their name, and the person's name will actually be on the right. So we'll put a high score person. Okay. Perfect. You can go ahead and go to the shop screen and put if you scored the highest points. And on the right, we'll put high score points shop. Then you can enter your name. Enter your, yeah, we'll just put name. And submit. And we'll make the button radius 10 and add red on it. Alright, so I guess it's now time to go here to the data browser. Alright, so in the data browser, you want to have data tables and different fields for the data. So we can go ahead and first do saved games. So on the saved games, we can go ahead and go to the save and load. Where's that? Okay. So in this app, we're going to make the data browser a little simple. So anything that you buy from the shop, it will not come back when you load your game again, unfortunately. So we can go ahead and put high score. And that, not high score. We'll just put score. And that's pretty much it. Oh, we can also put time posted. Okay, now in another screen, we're going to go ahead and go to the high score. High scores. There's only going to be one data table, so we'll put score and name. Okay. Now, since we got that all settled, let's go ahead and start programming. Put here the clicking game, open source programming, all copyrights reserved, 2020. The K-Tech App Development Company. And we can go ahead and put version 1.0, status beta, and April 26, 2020. Actually, we'll not do that. Alright, April 26, 2020. There we go. So let's go ahead and add. So usually, from my previous videos, I've put comments as organization, and from that I put, let's say, buttons, and then it's going to be like navigation links. I'm going to change that a little bit. So here on the front page screen, it will be all the commands for the front page screen. And so on, so on. It's supposed to organize it in case you, let's say, delete, let's say, the button, and you get an error saying that this button does not exist. This is a more perfect way on trying to figure out which type of code it is. So it's easier on you. Alright, on button 4, when you click that, you go ahead to the clicking game screen. Oh, on here, high score. So we're not going to put an on event since there's nothing that is going to trigger this to pop up. It's just going to do it automatically. So on here, we can go put high scores. And let's see. Actually, yeah. On high scores, we're gonna get the score and the name. So set text, and it will be the high score. Where is it? High score, and then set text on score, and then right here. But this one will be name. Now, since there's only one ID, we don't have to find it using if commands. We don't have to find like which ID number it would be. We need to put high score person, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. We don't have to put like if commands like what we do in the login system, because so we need to find the ID. Since there's only one ID, this should be perfectly fine. Let's actually try it out. So we'll go ahead and put 0 by console. There we go. And since there's only going to be one ID, we're going to be updating this record all the time. And let's get started. There you go. So on the clicking game screen now, clicking game screen. Actually, we're not going to put front page screen. We're just going to put front page. Alright, so clicking game screen, there's going to be 2 buttons, button 8 and button 14. Let's go ahead and set the screen. Button 14 will go to the save load, and button 8 will go to the clicking game screen. Sorry, not clicking game screen, shop screen. Alright, now here comes the clicking part. Every time you click clicker, it will set a number on clicks. We'll put plus right here, and it will get the number from said clicks and add 1 to it. So let's go ahead and run it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So we went ahead and done that. Let's go ahead. We can go shops, and that's actually, yeah, let's go on shops now. Okay, so we got the easy part done, or sort of the easy part. Let's go ahead and mess around with this. So button 9 will just tell you to set its screen to the I believe was it the front page? Or sorry, the clicking game screen. Okay. So here on button 10. Oh wait. Actually. Okay, so on button 9, we're gonna go ahead and as soon you click it, you're going to, or actually, we're not going to do a time loop. Time loops, it does it all the time within a certain amount of seconds, which we will be using for these. But if you do add a lot of time loops, or you make the time loop a little less than for a minute, it sort of slows down your app. So I would be careful on that. But when you click, where is it? When you click the shop screen, where you can go, it will go ahead and. But then again, you might actually have to do a time loop. Alright, actually we are going to be doing a timed loop. As soon you click the shop screen, it will start doing a time loop. And we can just do 1500. Okay, on 1500, it will set the number on number of points, and it will get the number from clicks. There you go. Alright, so now on button 10, we'll go ahead and do an if-else command. So if, we'll do, so if, let's do, if clicks is greater than 100, then, or actually, if clicks is greater than 99, then you will do a timed loop every 1000, and you will set the number on number of points. Oh wait, not number of points, on clicks to add 1. Get number clicks. And then you will set text on the status. Where's the stat? Is there a status on here? There is no status. Center it and do status 2. And status 2 and do purchase complete. And then you will set the number on clicks on minus, get number of clicks, minus 100. Okay, I would be careful on this part. Make sure that you don't put this together on the time loop, otherwise you're going to be losing 100 points each and every time. But after that, status 2, purchase complete. And if, let's say, the person doesn't have that much, not set timeout. Oh, actually, yeah, set timeout. We'll put 2 right here. Purchase purchase unsuccessful. And then we can go ahead and take that out and put right here a timeout, so it will clear the text after that. And okay, so we went ahead and done that. So let's go ahead and try it now, actually. I just want to make sure all the code should be right. Oh, now to hide, or not to hide, actually we're gonna hide this element as soon as it's clicked. We don't want anyone to abuse the system, so let's do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do 100. Okay, so I have reached 99. Purchase unsuccessful. That's because it doesn't have enough. Do 100. Purchase complete. It hides it, and each second it will add a point to me. And I can't abuse the system because it is gone. It still says purchase complete. We can just go ahead and put a set timeout and put it right here. Okay, now we can go ahead and do the rest. So with button 10, we can go ahead and put button 11, but this time we'll make some revisions. Instead of 99, it will be 199. And this one is 2 points, I believe. And then it will minus 200 points, or subtract 200 points, and purchase some complete, and so on. Button 13, same as it goes. 299, 3 points, and it will take out 300 points. Okay. Alright, so we can go ahead and do the high score system. So, let's see. When you do button 20, it will read the records from high score, or high scores. And it will do an if command. So if, let's do the greater than operator. So if the score is, actually not a greater than, we can actually use a less than. So if the score is less than the clicks, then it will update a record on ID 1. We'll go ahead and do show text and put name, and then put a comma and put example something just as a placeholder. But since it's name and score, then it will get the number from said score and then get the name on here, text underscore input 2. And we'll do, and if it isn't right, then it will just say score not high enough. Oop. Score not high enough. But if it is, then it will say congratulations, or not congratulations. We'll just put good job. You did it. Alright, and then we can go ahead and take out the text underscore input 2 and get that out. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and try that out. So I got 6 points, and we can put test submit. The get number ID parameter score does not exist. Oh, oops. Clicks. Then what did it? Huh. Okay, let's try that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Tester. Submit. Good job, you did it. And if I go ahead and check, it says the highest score is 9 by tester. Now, let's say I have 0 points. We can go ahead and put someone submit, score not high enough. And let's say I get to 8, score not high enough, 9, score still not high enough, 10. Good job, you did it. And it says right here, 10 and someone. We'll just go ahead and keep it at 0 though, in case someone wants to try out this app on the description. Okay, now we got that hard part done. Now let's go ahead and do the save load screen. Alright, so we can go ahead and go onto the go back and go to button 15 and set the screen back to the clicking game screen. Now, every time that you click save game, which is button 16, it will create a record on the saved games. And we can go ahead and put, what's on here? Time posted. Oh, let's actually do score first. Score, then time to posted. Alright. So, on the score, we can go ahead and put, or it will get the number of the clicks. And on the time posted, we can go ahead and click show text actually. And we can go ahead and do date. We can take out the parentheses if it's a command also. There you go. Now, with date and closing parentheses together, it does rate it in military time. The get time is different. That counts milliseconds. But the date, it does a military time with the month, day, and year. So yeah, you can use that if let's say if you understand military time, or if you just want to add a date. All right, so we went ahead and done that, and we need to go ahead and tell it what ID it is. So we'll do saved games. We need to read the record. Here on the load game, let's actually do that next. On the load game, it will do button 19. We'll actually take this, the set text, and we'll go ahead to here and score saved, and that status. Alright, now on button 19, we'll go ahead and put a read records right here and put saved games and do if the ID matches the text input 1, then it will set the number of clicks of the score. Oops, not that. It will set the number of scores. Why are you not saving the score? There you go. Score, and there you go. Otherwise, if it can't find it, then we'll put here score ID cannot be found. Alright, and now we want to delete that. Reason being is that we don't want people to use the same ID number if, let's say, someone has a higher score, and we don't want people to steal that ID number. So they will have to save their game each time. So after it deletes its record, we'll just put make sure you save your game again as your ID is deleted. There you go. And of course with the delete record, we need to tell it which one. Oh, there's a typo right here. And then we can go ahead and put what was on text input 1. And we'll take out, oh wait a minute. On button 16 actually, on the ID. Or actually no, we'll save that. On text input 1, we're gonna get rid of it as soon it deletes it. So text input 1, and then we'll just put it as nothing. Alright, let's try that out. Let's get started. I have 5, save game. Score saved, and I'm ID 1. So let's say I reset it. I'm a new person. I go type 1. Make sure you save your game. It says 5 again. And yeah. And if I want to save the game again, there you go, 5. And let's say I go again, 11. And let's do this. If I'm ID 2, there you go, it says 5. Let's actually do that. And then 3. There you go. And it does 11. Okay, so on the save load screen, let's actually make the text box a little bigger. But after that, that's pretty much it. Now we don't want to spam the save game button. So we're going to hide that element as soon as you click save game. So when you set the score of the ID and you do the score saved, you're going to get rid of button 16. Alright. Well, yeah, you're going to do that. And trying to figure out what else you can add. We can, or actually no, yeah, it will just hide the element button 16. Alright, and let's make sure that you can go back. And there you go. Let's add as one more thing, bug/suggestions. So on here, we can go ahead and do a bug/suggestions page. Let's go to the front page. Let's duplicate this. Go on to the bugs and suggestions. And center that. Okay, and we can go ahead and put a go back. And we can do submit your what would you like to say about our app? And we can go ahead and put a text box, but this time we'll not put a read only on it. And then we can go ahead and put submit. And they can enter what they would like. Not put a read only on there, but after that, we can go ahead and put a bugs suggestions on event button 23. It will set the screen back to the front page, but when you do on event and button 24, it will create a record putting suggestions, and then we'll put text and the text area 1. There you go. And then as soon it does that, or as soon you click button 24, we're gonna hide button 24. And then it will create the record. And then we'll use this text box. So text underscore area 1. And then we'll put submitted. Get the set timeout. And get text area 1. And to do that. And it will and it will just put you back to the front page. And it will show the element button 24 again. Now, reason being is that sometimes when it is doing the create record, some people might spam the button. Oh, we didn't do a navigation on there. Now, also another thing, when you do something like a text box and people can put their own suggestions, sometimes even though they click it once, there will be, spam. And unfortunately, I haven't really figured something out on that except trying to hide the element of the submit button, because maybe the button thinks that it's the cursor is clicking it 2 times, and if you hide it, no command can be entered. Now, sometimes it would do this, so we'll just do good job and then submit. Okay, so sometimes it would do this, sometimes it wouldn't. Now you can definitely write a command where, or an if command where if, let's say, this text matches with another text, don't send it at all. You can definitely do something like that, but that does take a little more coding to it. But pretty much from this video, you should be able to do that with a little bit of tinkering. And that's pretty much it. We added a bugs and suggestions. We added a high score. And let's actually put console on here. And we put a save and load and a shop. And that's pretty much it. We actually worked on a lot, and this has been a pretty long video. So hopefully this does make up from my last clicking app video. A lot of improvements have been made and a lot of features have been added. I'll definitely link this below. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.